Yo ho ho, this is the BitCoin RoadShow. It's a really quick one today, honestly this time. So let me mention the fact that I wanted to make this video before I left Spain, right? But here I am now in Chicago, or as Tommy Sotomayor calls it, Shitcago. But I kind of like the city. Had fun here. I'm actually at the airport at the moment, just on my way to Atlanta. All I want to talk about is yesterday's incident, or maybe the day before, I don't know. I've been on a few long flights, and there was the Bitcoin coding error, which allowed bad transactions to effectively be processed, passed on to another node, and it was kind of obvious the FUD meisters are going to come out and make a big song and dance out of nothing. I remind everyone it's code. Code needs to be, you know, code gets bugs. That's just the nature of the beast, right? But yep, you can never underestimate the power of people that really want Bitcoin. That's what it is. They want to bring the price down, or they want to short it, whatever it might be. Who knows? But it was just so obvious to see the news, the aftermath. Bitcoin. I got sent some articles only because I'd said to everyone, I said, watch this, watch the FUD come out, even though it's nothing, because it goes from one node to the next node. Well, that's actually even theoretically not possible either, because the node crashes when it has the invalid transaction, meaning it can't spawn any further. So it's a kind of non-issue. It's an issue, but it's such an isolated thing. It really gets confined to one node where the fault is kind of produced. It's not going to get what's it called, confirmed any further. So just wanted to say that. Typical FUD. It's still the one to own. Let's just say one thing quickly. Ripple looks close to overtake Ethereum. There's so many people out there giving Ethereum FUD. It still is going to be the choice of coin for ICOs. I suppose that could change with the EOS, and it could change with Cardano. It could even change with other things like Hashgraph and whatever else. But I think for the moment it's still pretty safe, although long term I only really have trust really in Bitcoin as a primary, and everything else I have in a much litecoin secondarily. I got rid of Ethereum last year. I thought it had reached not its peak as far as price is concerned, its peak in percentage value compared to the growth of Bitcoin and possibly Litecoin too, and that's why I sold out of it. I might be wrong, you know, just human, but I don't think so. I went a little bit heavy into EOS, and when I say heavy, no more than 5%, actually probably even less than 3% of my overall holdings. So as far as Ripple taking over, I don't care if Ripple becomes number one. I will never buy it because it's shit. It's not required. It's an unrequired thing. I mean, their strong argument is about. I wrote a document, by the way. If you look on Cryptoversity, you'll see a document. I should do a Google search for it, or sorry, a DuckDuckGo search. Shouldn't use Google for anything. Do a search on a stellar apology of rippling proportions, where I talk about stellar lumens. This is last year, November or something like that, and then I edited it in January to, I can't remember where I edited it. Oh, there's heaps of spelling mistakes, right? Anyway, but it's a pretty bit of a funny read, because it doesn't just talk about cryptocurrency. It talks about the two paths that mankind can take. I'd recommend looking at it. Anyway, well, of course I'd say that. I wrote it. My point being, their strong argument all the time. Their argument they make all the time is to do with Swift. Now they need to understand, Swift is only as slow as it is by choice, right? Anytime you pass a digital signal, electricity moves at the speed of light, right? You have to slow it down. You have to be doing something like saying, right, we're going to stop this. We're going to manually process something. With the flick of a switch, Swift could be instant, right? Everything that's digital signals can be instant. The only reason it's not is to make money out of you mugs, right? That's why I don't do the banking system anymore. I tell a lie. I opened a new account in Spain the other day, just to test how easy it was. It was fucking easy. And I had to get my final tax situation from the US What a pain in the ass. Had everything required, and yet on the IRS website it tells you to send something to your email address, gives you a code. Just a convoluted bullshit process. Next thing it asks you for some number of debt. It wants either a credit card, which I don't have, I don't live in debt. I did have one, but I got rid of it. And now they must have my business card registered. I can't even get that. So trying to deal with my bank, pain in the ass. American banks are probably the worst in the world, next to Australia and the United Kingdom. Like the most third world banks we have in America, UK and Australia. That's by design, that's on purpose. And then you have your government systems, which again are some of the worst in the world. UK and America, they are the inventors of bureaucracy. Other countries are just shit at doing stuff. You know, those two countries, they are bad by design. You know, like security things in airports. Try go to Atlanta and see get processed in Atlanta, right? See how shit it is, right? So my point being, I'm actually moving to Spain because the government is less in my shit. Okay, people can be a little bit lackadaisical and a little bit mañana, but I don't care. Overall, things actually still function smoother. The roads are clear of, there's much less road tards. It's only an island, but they have like 3-lane roads. People know to get the fuck out of the way and stay in the fast lane for the most part. Yeah, it's going to be a lot better than driving in London or driving in Atlanta, I can tell you that right now. It already has been. So, yeah, that was it really. The Ripple thing, the Bitcoin thing, the FUD and the hype. Look at the hype that's coming out with Ripple. Why? Because if you look at all Ripple videos, all they are about is they have people who pretend to be multi-coin advocates, and they're not. They're all about Ripple. And let's check Ripple. There's one with a woman on it. I think it's called World Bitcoin News or something like that. It's got like a funny little colourful logo. It's the shittest channel, and this woman knows nothing about any technical aspects of blockchain at all, and yet comes on. They've obviously got a little bit embarrassed, so every second video is about something different, but most of them will be about Stellar Lumens or all the Bankster coins basically. It's just shit. So if you're a sucker enough to buy those, just know that you might make a lot of money. I did say this before in the document that I made reference to. I said that you could make killing profits on Ripple. You can also make killing profits on human trafficking. You can make killing profits on prostituting out kids. I don't know. Does it mean you should do it? No, because that's the thing. See, Ripple doesn't need to exist. Bitcoin made banks obsolete already. Banks don't need to exist already. It's just that mankind is too slow in the uptake, and also the average person is too, let's say, much of a technophobe, like a Luddite, to actually use wallets properly. They're going to lose their money. If people like me, who've been an IT specialist for 25 years, can fuck up and lose money here and there, then the average person can. And this is why some of the projects I'm working on right now are to make it more accessible. One of the things we're doing at Pryvate actually is to create readable addresses for our app, or the D app on our app that we have. So hopefully take some of the issues away. We're actually trying to make at the moment the referral system so that everything you have is a unique ID, so it's like your username. So let's say, for example, I'm at Craigie Waggy, right? That could be my wallet address and my referral code. We're just playing with this at the moment, actually. Anyway, that's another story. This has been the Bitcoin Roadshow. I'm in Chicago, and I'll be back in Atlanta soon for another month. But I want out of there. I'm over it. If I lived in America still, I'd be living in Vegas or Bend in Oregon. Excellent city, excellent town really, 200,000 people. It seems like 60,000. But other than that, I think the government here are all up on your shit like a piece of toilet paper, and I'm fucking sick of it. And taxes are a pain in the ass. I can't be bothered going through this every fucking year, especially now that I shut my business down. I don't use the eco tax, by the way. If you are opening a business, Inc. file to start the company, easiest company ever to deal with. Every year, managing your what's it called, the yearly thing that you have to file. The company filing, and then also eco tax from New York. They are the cheapest in the country. I can't believe these guys do a great job. I know they're getting a lot busier now, but they still provide really good service. I'm just giving a free plug because when someone gives good service, why the fuck not? I don't take, what's it called? I'm not a shill. I don't take money to put things forward. What I do push is my own group, which is Cryptoversity. It's free education for crypto to overcome everything from unsteady nerves to watching bullshit on TV and not realizing that it's bullshit. Just teaching people what scumbags do to actually defame crypto so they can buy more of it for themselves, because that's what's happening all the time. And then also Pryvate, because I'm an advisor for them. I'm increasingly doing a lot of work. I've become more of a project manager for them as well, because I don't know, it's just experience. It's just fitted well. I decided to put more hours into it. And anything else I work on in the future, I probably will plug, because I'm only going to work for things that I believe in. And when I say work for things, I sometimes just give my time for free. I don't need to get paid for everything I do. The world would be a lot better place if people just lived like that, you know. I've just been staying in a fabulous place over in Mallorca with a friend of mine, and made other friends over there. And when people are traveling to countries that I have a place, I'll always let them stay in my place too. Life can be a lot easier than people make it, you know what I mean? They always have to get their 5-star hotel and shit. They have to drive their new, I don't know, the latest and greatest car. I'm over that shit now. Alright, bye. That's been 10 minutes longer than I wanted to go. It was a quick one. Bye. See ya.